Hold on, this is where things start getting tense. The judge is trying to keep things procedural, but the defendant seems confused about why this hearing is even happening. And in court, confusion can quickly turn into confrontation if it's not handled carefully. Watch closely. This is about to flip.
But there are other things that I have to take care of.
And I can understand that respect.
So if you had just let my staff know, I would have tried to do the same thing that I did.
I'm just trying to understand why we're here today. Because I did what best.
Hold on.
Would have just turned it over as a continuance for the first, because we had already agreed that on the first, I'll call Hawk back, I'll do the MAP program, we'll get the funding, go from there.
But, okay, so let me explain why you're here today.
Mhm.
Because we have to make sure that the payments in the interim come in.
And there it is, the shift. The judge is signaling a possible immediate judgment, which is a serious move. In legal terms, that means the court can rule right now without further delay. But notice the trigger. It's not just the case, it's the attitude. Respecting court isn't optional. It directly affects outcomes.
Don't give me that, ma'am. I'm going to tell you what. Miss Dornbush may want to take your attitude. I do not take anybody's attitude. I'll just issue a judgment now, and that's not going to be to your benefit. I don't want to do that.
Mhm.
Am I understood? I'm just trying to explain to you that.
Yep.
You will never disrespect me.
And
might as well get
ask me if
judgment.
understand.
That is by default. Or no tribal issue. After a hearing, I'll issue a judgment for the 1585.79.
Needs to be paid by when?
Writ date 10 days. She's got to pay that by May 4th. Thank you. Thank you. Your attitude.
Where do I find it?
Yikes. This is no longer just a legal discussion, it's personal authority being enforced. Let me ask you, do you think the judge is overreacting, or is this exactly how courtroom control should work? Because one wrong move here, and things could escalate into contempt.
Attitude elsewhere.
Where do I get
You
this?
better take it out of here right now, or you're going to go back there. Take it out of here. Yeah, you Huff, you better be disrespectful. Just give me a reason. Give me a reason. You better keep yourself moving. Don't give me a reason. Folks, why don't you give me about 2 minutes? I will get you out of here. I'm just going to take a brief recess. I don't want to.
All right.
All right, reset moment. After that heated exchange, the judge takes a brief recess, classic move to cool things down, and now we're back. But notice how the energy has completely changed. This is where courtroom dynamics get interesting. Same judge, totally different tone.
And all I needed was a minute. I'm good now, folks. So don't anybody worry. Silo Farms versus Rex Barringer. And Joyce. All right, come on. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. All right, where is what's the balance on her case?
Your
I'm not really sure.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead, Ms. Dornbush.
It's $1,483.30. And Your Honor, just so the court is aware and Ms. Berenger is aware, after court last week, I did some skip tracing. I was able to locate Rex. I spoke with Rex. I have an address for Rex. He's willing to sign documentation necessary to try and get his name off of this paperwork so Ms. Berenger can get everything transferred into her name. And so that is in process. And I know at the last court date, Your Honor had encouraged Ms. Berenger to contact Hawk for some assistance.
Yes.
Actually, Your Honor, Patty is just letting I'm so sorry, Your Honor.
This word.
My apologies, Your Honor. I'll let Your Honor know what that's about here in a moment. Patty's letting me know that Ms. Berenger paid $1,283.30 yesterday.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So that's not on the ledger that I have, so bear with me, Your Honor. That leaves about
Sure.
$200 due and owing, I think.
Now this is what the court wants to see: proof of effort, payments, communication, cooperation. These are the factors that can literally save someone from eviction. Legally, even partial payments can influence whether a case gets dismissed or delayed, and right now, things are looking much better for her.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, I need your name.
Lynn Litton,
Yes.
Girl Years. She has gotten funding about 1,400 from a Faith in Action worker. It's not me, so I can't verify it, but I've talked with the worker. 1,400 is on its way.
So another 1,400 is on its way?
Did you pay 12? Is that what you said?
No, I have not paid
Yeah,
anything.
okay, so that's part of it, I'm assuming.
That's part of that.
That
Yeah.
financial assistance that she received. And then a 200 should also be coming
Got it.
from a organization. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're cobbling,
Yeah,
well, not cobbling, but they're,
exactly. And I'll have the coordinators reach out to the landlords and tell them, let the attorneys know and try to see if we can the communication there.
okay. So what I am likely to do, given that information, particularly if we know where the 200 is coming from, if they could let council know or the complex know.
Yeah.
Great. So here's what I'm gonna do, Ms. Berenger. I'm gonna adjourn this case out, given the payment and everything, to May 8th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Okay?
Okay,
It's likely you won't have to come back. If they, not that I don't want to see you, okay? But it's likely if they get that payment in, they're gonna dismiss this one,
okay,
okay?
yeah, that's great.
Or at least even get confirmation that the other 200 is coming, they may just dismiss the case out and then you're all set. It sounds like they've also contacted Rex so that if we run into this again, you'll be able to do this without having to worry about trying to find him to do whatever.
Will I be able to get reimbursed for all the money that I paid when they wouldn't let me sign the lease?
Well, they wouldn't let you sign the lease because,
Because Rex didn't sign off on it, but I
Right.
couldn't find him.
right, you couldn't find him, but I wouldn't reimburse you from them, from the complex, because they did something extraordinary and reached out to try to make it sure in the future you don't have a problem. So they were doing something to try to benefit you at this time.
Okay,
Okay?
that'll work.
We could do one, so by May, then hope the month-to-month fee is gone, right? Then hopefully, or
Probably
Will
not.
not be that fast, Your Honor, no. Both Mr. Berenger, Ms. Berenger both have to sign off on this documentation. There's a whole process for doing it. And so I will, myself or Patty will be in touch with Ms. Berenger regarding that process. But I can guarantee it will not be off for May.
why we're here, like, is there any clarity that they can offer why he has to come and sign something when he's been gone for 7
He's got to sign off on the lease.
that he doesn't live at? Okay.
Yeah.
So I would have to keep paying them month to month if he doesn't show up.
Even though he hasn't lived there for 7 years.
Yeah. I mean,
Not right.
They've asked her to sign in his place before.
His on the divorce decree. He got the vehicle, I got the mobile home. That's what happened. So I guess I'm talking to the wall.
no, you're not talking to a wall. I'm hearing everything you're saying.
Yeah,
I can only tell you they reached out. They're trying to help you. The complex is trying to help you out. They have their process for how it occurs. I understand legally why they're doing it that way.
well, I
And so they're doing it that way. And I, quite frankly, am appreciative that they did that because they didn't have to do it to try to get you into a point where you don't have that fee. But it's just not going to happen.
okay.
Okay.
And
I
Your
guess
Honor,
I
my
got two.
apologies. I missed the name of the young lady that's there with Miss Berenger.
Yes, so did my staff. Your last name?
Like kitten, but with an L.
See, I told you. All right.
Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, folks. Thank you, ma'am. Harbor Woods versus Alicia Franklin. Recall. Miss Franklin, did you get your babies? I can't hear you. I still can't hear you. Nope. Did you put headphones in? No, she didn't. I don't know why.
Can you hear me
Yes.
now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, those are the grandbabies. And then I just got news that I'm gonna have my 12th grandbaby. And I told my son, happy anniversary.
All right. All right.
Yes.
Okay, you got them. Okay, very
Yes.
good.
Thank
And
you.
you were here, right?
Yes. Yes, I
And you
was.
asked my staff if you could leave to do that. They said yes.
Correct. Correct. And I
And
appreciate
you
that.
didn't
Thank
have to
you.
like have a whole email communication with Miss Dornbush and try to call her names, did you?
I did not. I did not.
Did
And I
not
do.
have to do all that. It's amazing when people do the right thing, how good things can happen. All right, anyway, never
Yes.
mind. All right, where are we on this case?
Your Honor, the total due at present, $3,916.71. I did have a conversation with Ms. Franklin earlier this week, where she had indicated that her intent was to pay before court today, but it looks like I missed a call from her this morning, that she was looking for the updated balance. And so now that she has that, I'll defer to Ms. Franklin with respect to when she thinks she can have it paid.
It should be paid already. It's already notarized. Credit to my should be on my ledger. If you look and see, it's done.
Did you drop off a money order or did you
It
pay
came.
online?
It came direct out of my account, and they allowed me to pay through my portal. So it's a balance of like 139 and some change for next month water and sewer.
Okay, Your Honor, the manager is not in the office at
I can
present.
email you my if you like for me to when I waited for your email too for you to send me just say hello and I can send you the ledger and proof of payment on
Okay,
my
so Miss Franklin, let me get this right. You're
yes.
saying you paid everything off?
Yes, minus $139 because that's for next month for the water and sewer. But it is
Gotcha.
paid in full.
Okay. No, I
Yes.
gotcha. But you paid what you owe currently through April.
Yes, I did. Yes.
All right. Miss Franklin, I'm going to trust you that you did that. Otherwise, you're going to end up in a big mess.
I
So
understand. I'm sending to
I'm
the
going to, hang on. I'm going to
okay.
adjourn this to the 8th,
Okay.
2026 at 3 p.m. If they get it verified that you paid it off, they're going to dismiss the case.
Correct. And actually when I get off of here, I'll email it to her so she can actually see that it's $0 balance.
Okay, that's fine. However you do it, they don't have anybody in the office that can tell us today.
Well, she can see it on
But
my
so I'm going to
portal.
do it this way. Hopefully, then the case will be dismissed and you'll be all set.
Okay. I
Okay?
appreciate that. So, all right.
Not a
Thank you
problem.
very much. Okay. So,
All right. You take care. Have a
thank
good
you so
weekend.
much. You do the same.
You're welcome. I think that's it for you, Ms. Dornbush. Patty, I think that's it.
I think that might be right, Your Honor. My files are a whole mess this afternoon, but yes,
That's okay. I have no more for you, so that's got to be it.
I think that is correct. Thank you.
All right. You have a good weekend. Take care of that throat, please.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Patty, always a pleasure.
You as well. Thank you.
Delver Geo Properties versus Douglas Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth, Delver Geo.
But he's on her sheet.
He's on the sheet. They're waiting. I don't know why this is. SOS note says they're waiting on client's SER payment determination. I don't know what that means. I didn't think they had to do that before anything. But
Well, I don't know what that means.
if I had a live person, they'd be able to explain that to me and I wouldn't be so confused. But I don't. What would you like to do?
It wasn't as good as the last one.
I know. I got to
Still good.
ready to do it.
I'd like a default.
All right. You've previously been sworn, so you may proceed.
Your Honor, this is an action for non-payment of rent. The defendant owes $3,375 in rent.
The costs are $175. We request a default judgment for possession only in the amount of $3,550.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with writ issue in 10 days. Court calls case of Eladot Property Management versus Nicole Freeland. Nicole Freeland? Oh, that's her?
And Mr. Gates, she went to get Mr. Gates, I think.
Oh, okay. No, it's okay. All right. All right. Okay.
I'm Nicole.
Okay. Oh, here he comes. Your name, sir?
Aaron Gates.
All right. All right. Where are we on this?
You judgment
Yes, I did.
redemption period has passed. I came to court today with a request for an order of eviction and the $15 payment, but the defendants have filed a motion to set it aside. We've had a conversation. I don't have any extension to offer them, but I know they want to ask you for whatever you'll do for them.
We showed up 2 weeks ago for court. We had a 2 o'clock meeting. It got moved to 12 o'clock. We had nothing in the mail. No, we didn't receive anything until Monday the next week for that hearing. We're asked.
Do me a favor, slow down. All right. Just talk to me. Okay.
We showed up for 2 o'clock hearing and we found out it was moved till noon. And so you issued the judgment on that. So we're asking just for a extended.
Hold on a second. You showed up at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, sir.
And they,
What time was the hearing set?
the Zoom, when we
May I-
had Zoom with,
No, that,
Ms. Engen, you see us make notes and it says 4:10 at 12 p.m.
but when we
So
got,
you told us, I shouldn't say you, apparently you told everyone 12 at the time because that's what Ms. Engen wrote down contemporaneously with the hearing, but I'm not doubting that Mr. Gates thought it was 2. Why?
paperwork we received, it says 2 o'clock and then that.
I'm telling you what, I am looking at my note here. Or what I wrote that day, and I wrote 12. I mean, I wrote 2. So. Well,
I know when we asked for, to write in the letter, the lady
So-
showed us for whatever, and it did say 12, then it said 2, so it seemed like it got. It looked like on the, where it was written, where they can see it, it said you have to be at court at 2, and then somehow it got changed to 12 with, no, we didn't know.
so,
No, ma'am. Will you please sit down one minute?
She's not bothering him. She
yes,
No, she runs.
it's fine. Feels like I want to act that way.
Right.
All I can assume. Were the rest of your cases set at noon that day?
I think so.
On the 10th?
On the 17th?
No, the 10th.
No,
It was the
Your Honor.
10th, yeah.
Redemption date was the 20th.
Hold on a second. It also looks like I wrote 2, but I don't know. But it was probably supposed to be 12.
You're saying.
On the 10th. I can see how there was confusion if.
Then the grace of God, I called today and realized we had court.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
I think if the clerks put it in, my circle drew over the 1 when I circled the date, when I circled the time. and then they issued the judgment. Okay. Let's assume it was the court's error for a moment. All right, and I'll take responsibility for that. I
Appreciate that.
Um, can you guys get this paid? Where are you guys with payments?
We're at like $1,000 from last month's rent,
So I think it's 1,100 or 1,200.
something like that, close to maybe 12. Like, I think it's a 1,109.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, for last month.
We freaked out last week and we had to make a payment to our storage shed just in case we were evicted. So we had access to our storage shed, so we did not make a $300 payment. But we can make our $300 payment every week. And we're still in contact with the Faith in Action Company. And they're still they're still talking to us. They have not made a decision yet on whether or not they can help us.
They're currently 1196.83 on the first, which is a week from today.
Yeah, so
they'll be at 2594.83.
May I say something?
yeah.
I've been laid off for the last 4 weeks. I've been filling out paperwork in your courtroom today for job applications. I had 2 good opportunities today for a job, and hopefully I can get it next week. And if I can get that next week, we can make better payments, get paid off, and get back on track.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
If I told you you guys had to come up with $1,200, how fast do you think you can come up with that?
Both good. I don't know.
I mean,
No.
2 weeks is the best I can say. I don't want to stretch it past that because I can't say anything, but 2 weeks I can ask people. It's best I can say. I mean, in 2 weeks, when they have 600, so I'm asking for 600. So that's where I'm at. That's not trying to hurt my family on food and everything else. So I'm not trying to take away from them on that.
No, I got you. I don't.
May I?
Hmm?
May I? While you're fashioning a remedy, I'll remind you that there's a money judgment in place currently for 1481.83.
Correct. That was the judge. That was the redemption.
If we come back and you order a judgment on the first,
yeah,
and then they still don't pay and move, then the money judgment amount.
Right.
So that's all.
No, that's why I was trying to think of a way to try to do this to give these guys a shot, because they've been coming here and I know they're trying. I mean, I can't say anything else about you. If you're not coming here trying to get me spoke about what's going on, just doing the best you can each week, right?
Mhm.
That's
I
it.
don't make $350 a week. It's just
What'd you say?
I only make $350 a week. Just trying to, I use that, make it work. Sorry.
All right. How many kids you got?
It's the one.
That's all right. Let's do this. All right. And give me an honest answer about when you could come up with 1,200. I mean, you guys have been operating on a wing and a prayer at times, and you're doing whatever, but I just need to know what date you come up with $1,200.
Can you give me 1 second?
Yeah.
I think best we can do is 3 weeks on 1,200, and that's going to push us into May, which I know.
Well, hold on.
Okay. Yes, sir.
getting ahead of
Yes, sir.
yourself, okay?
Yes, sir.
I asked you a simple question.
3 weeks.
Yes, let me put it to you this way. Can you come up with 1,200 by the 15th?
Yeah.
Of May? All right, so
Yes, I
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do anything with May grant at this point.
This is the moment that decides everything. The judge is walking a tightrope, upholding the law while giving a human chance. Technically, eviction is approved. But delayed, that delay. It's not just time, it's opportunity. One last shot to fix everything. The real question is, will they make it count?
They come in, they're gonna see you for May rent. That's gonna happen, but hopefully you'll get a better job. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to deny your motion to stay with, or to set aside the judgment and stay the rest. So I'm gonna sign the order of eviction. I'm gonna do all of that. However, order of eviction not be executed until the May 8th, on or after May 18th.
Issued or executed.
May not be executed. Till May 18th. I'll sign the order. Okay,
That's it.
understand that, folks?
Yes, ma'am. Or, yes, sir. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Dancing.
It's okay, you gave me a promotion. But, so what I'm doing is chance to get this judgment paid off.
Yes, sir.
The amounts that, this doesn't include anything to do with May. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so you gotta get that 1,200 into them as fast and as soon as you can,
Yes, sir.
okay?
Yes, sir.
Got that?
Sir.
Okay.
Is that them or do you?
No,
Escrow.
you pay it right to them.
Oh, okay.
They'll understand that if they get that 1,200 or the 1196.83, but if they get the 1,200,
Yes, sir.
that rate is no good. They're gonna have to come after you for May.
And the 15th is a Friday?
15th is Friday. I gave it, they can't do anything to the 18th, that Monday.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Your Honor,
I,
on the order of eviction, we've done this a few times and they've been posted with a 24-hour notice. So on this one, and I think going forward, what I'd like to do is add a line that says, do not execute before May 18th. And while I'm here, highlight it on all 4 copies and turn it in the courtroom. And that way you can initial it there.
okay.
Hopefully we won't do that. If it gets posted before the week of the 11th, call your landlord and call my office right away.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much. And thank you.
Not a problem. You guys are good people. You're trying, I get you're trying. And I have to appreciate the fact that every time you come here, one of the things that impresses me about you too is you're trying to do it, but you're also trying to take care of your family. I now clearly understand why when I look at that little one.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right. You guys take care. Have a great weekend.
You as well, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you again.
Bye-bye. See, that made my day. Yeah, what'd you say?
That made it back from the.
You know, I don't care about her. What's she gonna do? Really? But yeah, it did make it a lot better. Thanks. Golf site like 1 and 2 versus Lakia Williams.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Lakia Williams. Not checked in. Please tell me she got paid. Lakia Williams? No, I think. Seriously? All right, you've been sworn. You may proceed.
Your Honor, this is an action for non-payment of rent. The defendant owes $1,504.39 in rent. The costs are $214 because there's 2 defendants, Karen Williams also, for a total of $17,1839. This is a possession only judgment. We request the default judgment with a writ to issue after May 4th, and I'm just looking to see when the last payment was made.
Somewhere around the 10th, probably.
Paid 3,000 on the 3rd.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, and the amount requested with a writ issue in 10 days. Southside Lake 3 versus Latanya Pufall.
James Snake for the plaintiff.
Ms. Powell?
Hello, yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Okay, where are we on her case?
320351.
All right, Ms. Powell, where are you on this?
Well, I know I can make a payment on Monday.
The 27th, how much can you pay on Monday?
Like 400 or 500. And I'm still waiting.
Did you apply for assistance?
No.
She was gonna get her tax fund.
Okay. What happened to your tax refund?
I'm still waiting on it.
Why didn't you apply for assistance?
They won't help me.
Did they say that?
Yeah, that's what they tell me every time.
Why won't they help you?
They said I
make
too much. But technically I
Okay.
don't, because I'm not even really working full time right now.
Okay. Look. You need to get on the phone, call Hawk.
Okay.
I'd like to say we'll wait on your tax refund, but I don't trust the federal government for anything, not these days. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna grant them a judgment finding no tribal issue for the full amount. 3,051. I'm gonna grant them the judgment, so just listen what I'm doing here. But a writ, they're not gonna be able to issue a writ till the 15th of May.
Okay.
All right, now what that's gonna do, you need to get on the phone to Hawk, call them today. You have that number?
Yes, I have it.
Okay, call them. There are a couple of different programs that you might qualify for, even though your income is a little bit higher. But you're telling me your income really isn't that, okay? So call them, see what they can do. I'm giving you extra time to get that done, but call them today. You hear me?
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty, thank you.
You're welcome. And then I think I have Forrest Noah versus
Do I have another
Ahmed.
hearing coming or?
Nope. I gave him the judgment, so you
Okay.
won't have another hearing. You got to get this part done. Let's see
Okay.
if we can get it done. Okay.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
I know you want to come back and see me, but I got to take other things. You
Thank
didn't have to
you.
laugh that hard at it. Okay. All right.
All right.
Take care. Have a good
You too.
weekend.
Bye-bye.
Forrest Noah versus Khalid Ahmed. Forrest Noah versus Smith. Strong Future Homes versus Womack. Those matters are dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. Thank you, Mr. Fink.
I was dismissed for Ahmed.
Your name?
Alan Ahmed.
Yes. You were. I don't know if you're all good, but your case is dismissed. No, I'm kidding.
If they want to argue, I got a little more energy.
No, you're all set. Thank you. All right. The 3 o'clock, you got to set up that block, play that. I'll get out of here. I'm going to get these people home for dinner at some point. What are you going to yell at me?
Oh, no.
No, not you. I'm talking to him. Were you going to yell? Why'd you lean forward like that and puffing out your chest? No, I'm ready to fight now. What do you want to do? What? 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 Stop, is he yelling at me? Oh, yeah, don't do that, because see, I got Gordon here, I got people. I'll bring them. All right, I'm gonna step out for a minute. We're gonna play the tape. I'll come back. You calm down. First and reset.
All right. You may be seated.
Right, Michael Vaughn, are you here? Indeed. Christine Shutt, are you? Yes. Perfect, thank you. Sabrina Jackson?
Yes.
Sorry,
I was just I didn't want to interrupt the judge.
That's fine, I'd already checked it, so I'm on.
Okay, thanks.
David Frank?
Here.
Thank you. Joshua Bertram?
Here.
Thank you. Nathan Barnes? Mona Patrick? Here. Perfect. Michael Fry?
Here.
Perfect. Mr. Fry, I can send you
Oh, there you
the information. Yeah.
Okay,
If you, yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can do the file, yeah.
Vanessa Brown? Here. Thank you. Golan Robinson?
Good.
Thank you. Tanisha Sampson?
So.
Here. Perfect. And Jenny Herrera Coronel? Jenny Herrera, are you here?
I was looking there. Take care. Oh.
8323.
CMC Brian. Last name.
CMC Prime, 832. Give me 1 second, I'll send that everything on, you can let me know.
Series. You are. What's the name? Four. 6. English. Revenge. We. You have rights to individual housing. Instead of. I would work with too much.
What we just saw is the reality of courtroom justice. It's not just about rules, it's about behavior, effort, and timing. Some people walk in unprepared and walk out with judgments. Others fight for every second chance, and sometimes that second chance is all they get.